Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
And good evening, everyone. Hey, the day overall, temperature-wise, was pretty decent. We made it into the low 70s across much of the area, although slightly cooler off to the north. Smithfield made it to 69 degrees, and up towards Worcester only topped off at 63. But most of southeastern areas climbed into the low 70s across the area today. Even Newport got in on the action at 72, and New Bedford at 70 degrees. Then the clouds came in, and things started to cool back a little bit. And we do have one little shower that's kind of decaying right now, and it's going to diminish in the next hour, but right around Scituate to West Greenwich, Coventry, and Exeter, a few raindrops. That's all we're going to be seeing, but like I said, in the next hour or so, this is all going to completely fall apart, and the clouds will still be with us for a better part of the evening here. In Providence, we're at 67 degrees right now, but you may have noticed the difference in terms of how it felt. The dew point having dropped down into the 50s for today, so much more comfortable air, whereas yesterday and the past couple of days it was in the low to mid 60s. The breeze was also quite notable, and it's going to stick around for another day or two. The winds are out of the west at 18 miles an hour, gusting to 29 at the present time. And our temperatures are still holding up across much of the southern portions of the area. North Kingstown, South Kingstown, right around 70 degrees at the present time. Over to New Bedford, 68, so not too bad, and 67 again here in Providence, but it does cool off as you go to the north and to the west. In fact, kind of look out here across the northern Great Lakes, see these shades of blue showing up? Those are 40-degree temperatures. A lot of 50s through New York State, back through Michigan and into Wisconsin, and that's part of where the air mass is going to be coming from for us over the next couple of days. That means the cooling trend is setting in, but we're also going to have a wind off the water as well, and that will also play a major role in terms of how it feels outside. So here's what's going on right now. The low pressure just kind of hanging around state of Maine, and that's what's kicking up those winds. More or less northwesterly wind gusts. The arrow showing north, but it should be a west-northwest wind. But still, we're gusting into the 20s and even still getting the occasional 30-mile-an-hour gust. So here's what's going to happen as we go through the overnight tonight. Just a lot of clouds hanging around and then starting to break up after midnight tonight. It'll be mainly sunny as we get the day underway tomorrow morning. A little cooler, though, in the 50s. And then as we go into the afternoon, just like today, the clouds will build up once again. And if there's going to be a shower threat, it's mainly north of the Mass Pike during the afternoon. But the temperatures are going to be cooler, only into the mid-60s. And then the clouds return on Tuesday as the winds turn on shore. So I think we're going to see a good blanket of clouds around here. And as a result of that onshore wind, we're going to struggle to reach 60 degrees. So here's the big picture. Again, the storm system here bringing the afternoon clouds our way departs. It will see that thing play out again tomorrow. In other words, morning sunshine, afternoon clouds. But on Tuesday, more of a generalized blanket of clouds coming in with the onshore wind. High pressure starts to give ground, and we turn our eyes off to the west. There's going to be a storm system approaching the Ohio Valley, and it's going to redevelop along the mid-Atlantic coastline Wednesday night into Thursday, potentially becoming springtime nor'easter. So a lot of rain and wind is likely to be picking up with this as the storm will be passing south of Long Island and then slowly working up towards Nova Scotia as we go into Thursday and Saturday. So we're going to try to dry things out as we go through the Memorial Day weekend. But again, notice the cooling trend heading into the 50s with periods of heavy rain setting in for Thursday itself. That's your latest forecast.